My friend, bass playing must. This is kind of like the beginner intro, so if you're already intermediate, advanced, or superstar bass player, this isn't the video for you. If you are here new and a bass is not your thing, but you want to learn, welcome. My name's Wago. I like to make things a little complicated, simple. So what we talk about are real musical terms. So like if we're talking about how to stack thirds tertiarily, we're just simply talking about the notes that make up a chord. If a chord is composed of, let's say, a 1-3-5, you can follow that all the way up the fretboard in a quadrant based on where the chord is. G major here moves up to a G major here, and then you have a G major up here. And the concept is fretboard mastery takes a little minute, but there are steps that cut years off of this. Today we're going to talk about a crucial concept. If you did not understand anything I just said, please check out this channel or tune in on Tuesdays, onto which we will talk to each other in the community section. It's a great place to meet other people that like music on the same level we do, and it's a great place to put your own 2 cents. Sometimes we go on side tangents, but we always cover a concept which is musical in some sort of capacity. So for today, we are going to be just going over what a major is and what a minor is. We're going to use 3 chords, or maybe 2, I don't know, and we're going to talk about the relativity. Now, I like to do things through the concept of the circle of fifths. Never really call it the triangle of fours, or do we call it the, hexagon of 2s. Circle fifths. The reason why is when we have a circle, we can lay out what chords have no sharps and no flats. Believe it or not, when we have a C and we go 5 notes away, the circle's called the circle fifths. When we go the other way, the circle is called fourths. But hey, Kumuwego, why call it that and not call it that? Well, we do call it the circle fourths. Doesn't matter which way you write this. The idea is it is intertwinable, almost like a yin and yang opposites. You could write all your flats over here and sharps over here, doesn't matter. I just choose to put flats over here and sharps over here. What does that mean? Whenever we go up a half pitch or down a half pitch, we are changing the tone. Here's a note, here's a diminished. Ta-da! Here's a note, here's an augmented. Hear how one goes up in nature and one goes down? That's simply said how we figure out what these 12 notes are and how they correlate in between notes from a 7-note scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Meaning, when we play these notes in any key of C, no sharps, no flats. So if I find it and say C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C, what we're essentially talking about is we can play the scale anywhere we want. If we put it right here, we would have a scale that uses open notes. G is the 5th. So the open G would be a 1 to 5. Nice. That's a dyad. That's how we form chords. The next one is an E. So when we play our second finger here and the open G, E to G is a minor third. Ooh-wee. So when we play the C to E, we get a major third. This dyad plus this dyad makes this chord. Nice. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C. I prefer C here with this finger. Second finger, middle finger, pinky, first finger, middle finger, pinky, first finger, ring finger, pinky. 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5. That's a great way to do it. And another one is C at the 3, D at the 5, E at the 7, F, G, A, same as the first, and then we play our first finger on the 4th fret to get the B, and then C. Betwixt all these, you can find your way around this fretboard pretty simply. And the idea is these are reoccurring patterns. You don't have to be in the key of C. When you move it anywhere else, the circle of fifths would dictate what you name those, but the feeling still the same. So if you're doing something like C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and you go all the way up 2 whole steps to E, you would go E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Now you don't need to know how to say those notes or fretboard knowledge to have fun with these, because basic grooves like you can just explain like being like da, da, da. But when you have more vocabulary to share with others while you're playing, whether it's friends are over, You play in a band, you're writing music for somebody, you're playing in the pit in a theater production, you're trying to show the neighborhood kids how to play a new instrument, they have no clue. Or if you're playing at like an open mic, or gee golly whiz, if you're in the studio and you're recording, it's much easier to say, I'm playing in the key of A major, and I'm going to be playing a 5 to a flat 5 to a 4, and then going back to the 1. The feeling should be ta-ka-ta-ta-ka-ta-ta-ta, and a hesitation on that last. So we'd have a rest, counting a 1E, 1E, 2. It's easier to know tempos, notation, to be able to explain what you're doing up here, or just be on the same level so you don't have to explain it, you just mesh together. That is the hope of all musicians. So, having said that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a major. We're going to take a look through the eyes of C. We did it through the eyes of E. E is in the circle. Notice how I said E and there were 4 sharps, meaning C has none, G has 1, D has 2, E has 4, B has 5, F sharp has 6, and C sharp has 7. Now, this is what I want you to see about how I have my students practice and how I was shown to practice. I'm just one person. This is the beginning bass. I hope you enjoy it. C is at the 3rd fret on your instrument. Doesn't matter if it's 5-string or 4-string. If you have a 4-string, just disregard this 5th string, the B or C string, and then have the open E, A, D, and G. And what we're going to do is place our, let's say, our first finger on the 3rd fret of that A string. So we're going to go A, B, A sharp, B flat, B, and then C. C flat is B, but that's a lot about enharmonic namings of notes. C, when we go right below it, hits our low E string at the 3rd fret. That is a G. Ipso facto, C, D, E, F, G is a 5th above. And then when we go C, B, A, G, it's a 4th below. This isn't the video to explain that all of these intervals add up to 9 and or they are either perfect, augmented, or diminished, major or minor, but you already have the concept of how to build chords. So the idea is if you enjoy these concepts and more, check out Tuesdays. Tuesday's going to have us doing a little bit of music theory, asking questions, seeing what we could come up with together, and then taking things and putting them into practical application. Right on. And if you're watching this in a future date and I talk way too fast, you could go up here to one of these things and hit it and put it down to 0.075, and I might sound like this. I just can't slow my brain down. Have to talk like this. Here we go. We're going to play the C, and then right below it, we're going to play the G. We have up here a D, and then right below that, notice how I'm skipping whole steps. So from my last one, I don't go a half step or a minor second. I make 2 minor seconds, which goes from the 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret to the 9th fret. Again, C to G, D to A, E to B, and then the next one is going to be F sharp to C sharp. Now, if my head wasn't in the way, you would see that we did the circle fifths. C. Our next one is G. Our next one is D, then A, we have E, B, F sharp, and then C sharp. The aforementioned naming of these, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, and then we have C sharp, D sharp, B sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, and C sharp. The reason why I can do that is I've written the circle fifths a million times and correlated those notes with just that standard pattern, the major. Here's where it gets fun. I can't go into a whole diatribe about what a wonderful world minors are and how most of us that play an instrument never really truly get to experience the minors. Because there's not just one minor. Natural minor is found in the key of your relative. So here's our C major. On the circle fifths, whenever I want to know where my relative minor is, I can either think about it in correlation to where it is on the intervals. 1 is my prime. 2 is my subprime. 3 is my median. This one determines major or minor, so it's going to be a part of the chord. The 4 and the 5 pull tension, subdominant, dominant, and then we have our submedian. Now our submedian is our natural minor. The steps that it takes to play that a 4 major chord are a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and then half step between the 7th interval position to the octave, or the 8. I don't write 8 on anything I do here except if I'm putting it on the grand staff or I'm showing a minor chord through the eyes of accidentals. Sometimes you have double sharps, double flats. It's a whole other world of awesomeness. Tune in. So with this, how do you make any major a minor? If you don't know how to use the circle of fifths, you couldn't go, oh, 4 notes away. Oh my goodness, I'm missing a note. A and E, boom. No sharps, 1 sharp, 2 sharp, 3 sharp, 4 sharp, 5 sharp, 6 sharp, 7 sharp. When we went through the patterns here, we included A. So C major has all the same notes as A minor. So when you see a treble clef or a bass clef or an alto clef or any clef which dictates to you 2 pieces of information, the time signature and the key signature, you would find that when we have something like this, and you start noticing, well, what's that thing up on the top line? It makes sense now that if we write out our treble notes, G is the G clef. The reason why, if we have a treble clef and we get rid of the top half, what letter are we left with? G. This is the G clef. G, A, B is always the middle line onto which your note stems can go up or down. And then when we go to the next line, we have an A, or next space, A, not A, I'm sorry, C. D is our second line from the top, E, and then our top line is F. So when we say G major has 1 sharp, we also mean that G major has a relative minor. The reason that we're going to get into why this is interesting, you could learn it 3 different ways. Ready? 1, we just learned. C to A. C major and A minor share the same notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. When you say C, where's the note? C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If you went A, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, they're the same tonal notes with the same letter function that we name them, but starting the tone, it doesn't go whole step, half step, whole step, half step. It goes from 6 to 7, which is a whole step, and then it goes half step. So the spelling is whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step. So that's the second way. You can either look at here and go, cool, C major, A minor shared, G major, E minor, D major, B minor, A major, F sharp minor, E major, C sharp minor. If you keep going, you can think about it this way. B, when you write out B, has 5 sharps. The only 2 notes that aren't sharp are the same ones that are in the key of B flat over here that had 2 flats. A mechanism I will show a little bit of, but I'm not going to go into detail. 7 notes. How many sharps does B have? It has 5. There are 2 flats in B flat and E flat. These B flat and E flat are the only 2 notes in B that are not sharpened. B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. Does that make sense? I hope it does. In the key of G, how many sharps are there? There is 1. When you take away that 1 sharp, how many flats are there in G flat? There are 6. The only note, the note that's in the key of G, the F sharp, that's the one that's not sharpened in the key of G flat. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F. So going through this gives you a good idea on how just to visualize, hey, where's my minor? And what does that mean? They share key signatures. This is the key signature of E minor and G. If we were to put 2 sharps here, I could say this is in the key of B minor, and you would say, but hey, Wago, that's in the key of D. I would say they share key signatures. How does the song sound? Is the song going like? Or is it like? No trouble. If it has a minor tonality, the whole song kind of feels like it's in a minor. Sometimes artists prefer to put it in a minor key. It's easier to associate with the tone of the song, what the overall theme is going to be, and what maybe the melodies will consist of. Hence, I can't get into melodic minor, harmonic minor, but the one we're talking about today is called natural minor. And then the third way, how do you make a major a minor? If you don't know how to just find that note and know that all the same notes are. So in the key of G, there was one sharp. That sharp was F sharp. In the key of D, two sharps, but I'm going to call it B minor. B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. Hear how when I had the B to the C sharp, that's one sharp. D, E, F sharp, that's my second sharp. G, A, B. Same notes as D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. It just doesn't have a major tonality. That's what we're getting at. So, how do we do it the third way? Listen to me and repeat. Whenever you have a major 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you flatten the median, you flatten the submedian, and you flatten your lending or leading tone. What does that mean? You flatten the 3, 6, and 7. We know that when we have a triad, you flatten the 3. But when you flatten the 6 and 7, it also gives you those tones. Any chord or a triad that has a minor third means that it is a minor scale or a minor mode. There is only one exception to the rule in all modal theory from what I understand, and I still kind of really need it to be explained. If you know the answer to that, put it in the comment section below. Other than that, the feeling that we have is this. We're going to have our 1 chord, 2, and then our 3 becomes a flat 3. So when going through the process of seeing our 4 chord and then our 5 chord, we experience the eyes of every single chord analysis through the eyes of the major. The reason why we know C has a D right after it is because it's the same in major. But our next half step is not a whole step, meaning we do not have C, D, E. We have C, D, E flat, then to an F, a G, A flat, and then rather than a B, we have a B flat, and then a C resolution. That gives us a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. That is how we make any major or minor. Whoop, 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 whoop. How do we go back to what we were doing in the beginning? Use the circle of fifths to play both. You can use the sharps or the flats. Not going to talk about the flats today, but it would be F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. When you write those out on the circle of fifths, it just goes the other way in force. C, D, E, F. What is F's relative minor? D minor. It's 4 notes away on the circle. That's one way to see it. What's the next note? B flat. B flat has 2 flats. Aforementioned, B major has 5 sharps. So if you take them away, B flat has 2 flats. E flat and B flat. Not in that order. But B is in F. E flat and B flat are in B flat. B flat, E flat, and A flat are in the key of E flat. So when we go to C sharp is a D flat. These are called enharmonic equivalences. I don't say things twice or three times. So why would I say C, D, E, F, B flat, B double flat, B flat? No, wait a minute. There are no triple flats. I would have to say G, B double flat, B sharp. Why would I say B double flat, B sharp when those are clearly A, B, and C? There are times where you use enharmonic equivalences to name other notes, but this ain't one of those. So what we do is we name them by name. We don't repeat things twice. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Yeah, we can say C flat, C, but why say C twice? What the heck happened to B? That's how I explain it to the young ones and to the old ones like Keiki Kapuna. Anything you want to call it, you do it. This one, of course, is G flat because F sharp is a G. F sharp, G flat. G, G flat, F sharp. So I hope this gives bearing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you on this last thing playing majors and minors using just the sharps, going all the way from C, G, D, E, A, blah, 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 blah. I'll put on my left hand here, even though I didn't really talk about it. Watch this, how I pull through them, and I hope this helps you in your journey to learn bass. If you have questions, put in the comment section. I'm here for you. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, I just did with C is what you should do with every other position. C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, C sharp. Name them according to key signature and memorize what the major and minor is of both relative. Even though I played C major here, its relative negative harmony of C minor is super close. It's only distinguishable by that flattened median, flatting submedian, and flattened leading tone or lending tone. However, when I see C major, I'm thinking whenever I play a C minor, I'm not playing in the key of C anymore. I'm playing in the key of E flat. And E flat has a minor 6. E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. My C minor is the natural minor in the key of E flat. If I went to E major, I can't do that without doing it. If you can name that in the comment section too. So E major has a C sharp minor. C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C. When you do this over and 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 over, you come up with devices on how to remember it your own. I just find that doing this for 5 minutes a day is the best way to learn your fretboard. It's the best way to get both of your hands working together. And don't worry if you don't understand all of this. That's the whole point. Start playing with other people, learn a couple chords, get your fingers strong by playing exercises to move them, and then start the basis of understanding majors and minors, then move on to diminish and augmenteds. To blow your mind, whenever you learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, the modus, like D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, D Dorian, or E Phrygian, it's based off the same notes that are in the scale. So once you learn one scale, you can do a multitude of other amazing things. It's just about perspective on how to view this in tiny tastes and then go from there. Look forward to the next video where we talk about something fun and creative. And if you have a suggestion for a video, maybe put that in the comment section. And as always, if you made it this far, maybe put like 3 pinatas in a row. Awesome. Aloha!